What's up, YouTube? I'm back in my power pose, back on my bullshit, ready for yet another YouTube video. The first video was so successful. I got over 20 views, which is quite incredible. I'm halfway famous already with that. So honestly, my ego is probably at a 10 right now, given the recent success that I've had. But the topic of today's entertaining video: your thoughts do not create your reality. Your reality creates your thoughts. And this is something that I was thinking about yesterday as I was at work. Because you know what? Everyone always says, your thoughts create your reality, your thoughts create your reality. Well, if that was really true, everything that I would think would come true, right? So let's just say I was really afraid of something happening. Now, I've heard of coincidences where, yes, this does happen. And I also want to preface that people who say your thoughts create your reality, there's a deeper meaning to what that actually is. So I'm being slightly joking around here when I say that, oh, whatever I think comes true, because I know that that's not really what they're saying. Really what they're saying is that if you focus on something, you eventually will bring it to pass. And that's true to some extent, because your thoughts are going to create your actions, and your actions are going to create your reality in some sense. So I can hear that to some extent. But basically what I wanted to talk about today is that your thoughts are completely affected and dependent on the reality that you are in. So in most cases, now you can control your mind, and we have neuroplasticity and everything. And while I'm talking about neuroplasticity, I know I've got the book right here. Switch on Your Brain, Neuroplasticity. Dr. Caroline Leaf. I'll put this back on my shelf real quick. But basically, you can train your brain. Whatever the wiring of your brain, whatever the wiring already is, you can change that through your thoughts and your actions. So Switch on Your Brain, Dr. Caroline Leaf. I'm going to set up a Amazon affiliate link, and anyone who wants to buy that book, absolutely buy it from my affiliate link. I don't have it set up yet, so we'll see what happens with that. But I'm definitely harvesting your guys' energy and money when you buy that. So make sure that you go through the link. But anyway, what I wanted to say was, I was thinking about David Goggins, and David Goggins self-proclaims himself, at his younger version of himself. I got to see David Goggins live in LA last September, but he self-proclaims that he was a fat fucking loser, okay? So the point about your reality creates your thoughts is that if you're a fat fucking loser, you're going to have thoughts that are like, man, if I keep doing this, I'm going to die. I'm blowing up like a balloon. I'm turning into the blueberry from Willy Wonka. I am letting myself go. Okay? Now, there are reasons why people, get that way. And I would say one of the reasons is due to a lack of purpose in their life. And guys, I want to apologize. It is a cloudy day outside. I was trying to get that natty lighting, but it's really not rocking, and it is also like 8:30 in the morning. So at the time of the recording of this video, but it's on my mind right now, and I just gotta fucking spit some fire. I'm freestyling it once again. Like Lil Wayne without the beat, I'm freestyling the psychological heat. So remember that. Post that in the comments if you really thought that was a fire bar. Might have to put it in a song someday. Maybe I'll be a rapper. Who knows? But anyways, so your reality creates your thoughts. Okay, somebody who's healthy and working out all the time and eating good and not eating. David Goggins said he was getting, after work, he'd get like a 6-pack of donuts and a humongous soda. And he drove like, let's just say 30-minute drive, I think it was, on the way home. And so he's just like coping, in a state of coping with what he's, his behavior is a state of coping, is what I want to say. And so now he's thinking, man, I'm a fat fucking loser. I just can't stop eating these donuts, this soda. Nothing's ever going to change, whatever you're going to say. If you are a healthy person eating healthy food, working out, taking care of your mental health, I can guarantee you, if that is your reality, that is who you are and your identity, I can guarantee you 100% you will never have the thought, I'm a fat fucking loser, okay? So that's just one example of your thoughts, of your reality creates your thoughts. Now, your reality doesn't necessarily mean your external reality. Sometimes your external reality is the case. Let's just say, my external reality is that I have no attractive women in my life, okay? And that is an outward sign that would eventually start leading me to having thoughts like, man, I can't get any women, girls don't like me, I'm never going to get married, whatever that thought is, okay? So that is your external reality. And I would encourage you not to focus on that, okay? I don't have any money in my bank account right now. I just can't, I'm never going to be rich. Whatever that is, okay? So if your external reality is manifesting things that you do not want or like, I want to clarify that you have the power to choose and switch your vibration, as some would call it, to an internal reality, okay? So an internal reality, your outward reality reflects what I would describe as the ego, okay? So we have an ego. An ego is our sense of self. The Bible would call this maybe our flesh. But the human body is a human is three things, okay? It's a flesh, this carnal being that will die one day. We have a soul. We have a soul, which is our identity, who we are, the real person operating in the body. And then we have a spirit. And that spirit is basically the part of us that is joined to God, okay? So our soul can either operate in the ego or the flesh or the spirit, okay? And the spirit is the truth of the universe, the laws, the universal laws of the universe when you operate in the spirit. And what does it say? As above, so below, as within, so without. In the Bible it says, what is bound on heaven will be bound on earth, and out of the heart the mouth speaks, are two things. That's basically what that's saying, is my internal condition is reflecting my outside condition, okay? So I need to switch to focusing on my internal condition. Now, what is that? That's going to be our spiritual health, is how I would describe that. So, if I'm operating in the flesh, I'm operating separate from God. So when I'm operating separate from God, I'm completely controlled by egoic desires, okay? I'm tired. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm so horny. Even good things like I'm the best. I'm the fastest runner on my football team is an example of an egoic thought, okay? Egoic thoughts are this body controlling my thoughts. Like, oh, that person doesn't like me, or I'm not good enough. These are all egoic thoughts. These are just signs that you are operating in a flesh or in the egoic in the egoic is how I would describe that. And once again, I am not a professional psychologist, or I don't have a PhD or anything. I've just read a lot of books, and all of the things that I'm speaking to you are thoughts that I've had and discovered through this journey of life, okay? So I can speak freestyle on this topic with no script because it's all in my brain and it's who I am as a person now, okay? So I don't need to think about how can I say this or how to describe it. It's just, I just am. I just am these things, and I just know. I know when I act out of the ego, bad things happen. When I act out of the spirit, good things happen. Now, what is the spirit? The spirit is, some could call it the Holy Spirit. Some could call it divine consciousness. Some could call it, I don't know what the other names are. My higher self, my higher consciousness, okay? That is basically my soul operating in the spirit realm, and the spirit realm has spiritual laws, and the spiritual laws are in the Bible, and that is your cheat code. One of the spiritual laws: seek and you will find, knock and it will be answered. For everyone who seeks finds. That is a spiritual law, the spiritual law of the sower and the seed. Basically, if you sow seeds, you reap rewards, okay? Now, you are in control only of sowing the seeds, not reaping the rewards. So I am sowing seeds here on YouTube right now, and I know rewards will be reaped. If that's even a word, rewards will be reaped. Rewards will be reaped. Reaped rewards will be, as Yoda might say. Speaking of Yoda, my reality, like I said, I got some Star Wars Jedi Interceptors up there, and my reality was that I did not have this one yet. So I went on Amazon yesterday and I said, you know what? I'm fucking buying it. It was on sale. So my reality that I did not have this made me buy it, made my thoughts say, you know what, you should buy that. And now I did the action of buying it. And now my reality is that I have it. So I'm going to build it. I'm going to enjoy doing that a little bit later. What I was saying, yeah, there's spiritual laws. So when we're operating out of the spirit, you will experience what is called the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, long suffering. All of those things are listed in the Bible. I encourage you to read it yourself and find your own solution to that. But when we're operating in the Spirit, that's where things start happening. Okay? When my reality is starting to show, oh man, my bank account is low. I get no bitches, whatever it is, that's your ego pointing out, look, reality, this physical world is saying you don't have that. You're a fucking loser. But the reality is you are important, and you are a child of God. You have God's Spirit inside of you, assuming you believe that and want to act on it. And once you do that, you have access to the spiritual laws, and the spiritual laws will work for you. So it comes down to what I'm talking is about shifting from an external egoic vibration to an internal spiritual vibration connected to God. And when you are connected to God, good things happen, and you can move mountains. The teachings of Jesus in the Bible are fucking real. Fucking believe it. I'm using my power pose. Fucking believe it. I just got this book. Be Here Now. I just bought it. There was a specific page. And it specifically said And there's no page numbers in here, so I can't find it, but it specifically said that all right, look, here's a good one right here. I'm going to use this right now. When you have quieted your mind enough and transcended your ego enough, you can hear how it really is. So when you are with a candle flame, you are the candle flame. So basically what you're saying, what I'm getting out of that is you want to be in the present moment. You want to be in the present moment, and the ego wants to be somewhere else, but the spirit can be in the present. And what that means is, like, I'm present in this video right now. So I'm completely conscious, I am present, I am one with this video right now. I'm experiencing this video. I'm experiencing a conscious stream of thought, and I'm completely aware that I'm using my power pose right now to impose my thoughts upon your brain and plant ideas inside of your brain like Inception. But basically, there was a specific thing in here about Jesus, and I'm not really sure. Man, it was basically saying that these teachings of Jesus are actual metaphysical laws. Like, it's not like he was some random dude. He was actually teaching you the laws of the universe. And if I can find that, like I said, I'm freestyling here, so I'm just going to continue to talk while I look for this word where I look for this thing that said something about Jesus. And if I can't find it, that's okay. I'm completely unattached from the result here. So, man, there's so many good quotes in here. Come on. Just for a moment there, I was actually not attached from the result. Not detached from the result. Man, this book's got some good stuff in it. Alright, I can't find it, so I don't really care right now. But basically, the point is your external reality is a sign to you that something is right or wrong. So if my external reality is going to reflect my internal reality, and my external reality is just a sign and something that I can look at to realize what vibration am I in, an egoic or a spiritual vibration, okay? And so my reality, if my reality is that let's just say I was really attracted to a female, okay? And I wanted to have a relationship with her and approach her or whatever it is. And that was something that I was open to, or there was a job that I'd like to pursue. Now, we can't control. We sow seeds. We're not in control of the results. So, I can't just use my mind and say, that baddie is going to text me. That baddie is going to text me. Oh my god, a baddie just texted me right now. Shit, maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm just kidding with you guys. But if I just sit and I just ponder and just think, man, she's gonna text me or whatever, that is not gonna work, okay? Jesus says, I'll give you this right here, anyone who wants to do the will of God will know whether my teaching is from God or merely my own. And what somebody said, and that's John 7:17, and what somebody said about that was that you don't find out by thinking. You find out by doing, okay? I could sit in my bed and think about making a fucking YouTube video for like 20 years, okay? And I won't be able to determine if that's the will of God or the life path that I was supposed to go on, or the one that I even want to go on, until I start putting my camera up and making a YouTube video, okay? So that's why it was so important to me to make that first video about how I didn't take a shower that day, made no attempt to look presentable. I'm rocking the winter coat vibe today. It's April. I just wanted to rock the winter coat vibe because I thought it looked cool. Basically, I'm somewhat losing my train of thought here, but things don't happen by thinking about it and being fucking perfect, okay? I'm gonna look right into the camera and say this. Things don't fucking happen because you thought about it and made it perfect. Things happen because you fucking do it, whether it's perfect or not. Whether I woke up like this with my fucking hair and put on my winter coat and bought a Lego set, or not, okay? I'm not speaking perfectly here. The concept of the Bible is that we're not perfect, and God takes imperfect people and gives them value and gives them an awesome plan and can correct their mistakes. So I don't need to come on here on fucking YouTube and have this perfect script. That's another topic. That's called the control muscle, if you've ever heard of that. I'm in the release muscle right now. Control would be if I was like really just namaste. I'm a very enlightened spiritual teacher right now. And I'm going to tell you some of the things that I learned through enlightenment. And what I want all of you to do right now is go, That's a fucking act, okay? That's your control muscle. All right, so I'm not going to come on here and be like, oh, look at me, I'm this super spiritual fucking teacher, because I'm not. I'm just a regular human being who reads books. A regular human being who reads books. All these books right here, I read. This bottom shelf I haven't got to yet. But yeah, there's a lot of really interesting knowledge in books, and what one needs, the Bible says, unless you become like little children, and that says that in this book right here, be here now, be here now, be here now, remember, 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 be here now. I'm not even sure who the author is. It just says be here now. Maybe I'll put the link in the comments with my Amazon affiliate program that I'm going to be setting up. Just want you guys to know that in order to make the thumbnails and everything, I do pay, I think, $25 a month for the AI software to make those. So at this current moment, I am losing $25 a month making these YouTube videos. So if you find the books or the Lego set to be impactful in your life, what I want you to do is go through the link. It takes no additional time to just click on the link in the description to buy it, and that will help me lose less money, okay? So if my information is valuable, do me a fucking favor, and if you are going to buy it anyway, buy it through the link in the description. But in the book, it says, what I was trying to say is, in the book, it says, unless you become like little children, you will not see the kingdom of God. And what do little children do? They absorb everything. Okay? They have no preconceived notions about reality. See, us as adults, we have all these thoughts that we think are true, right? When I say, man, I should be farther along than where I should have more money now than I do, that's a preconceived notion that I have made up in my brain, that the reality is maybe I'm right where I'm supposed to be at the right time. You know, maybe all of that was, I just thought I was behind, but maybe I'm right at the right time. Maybe the fact that my bank account doesn't look like how I want it to look like, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that's intentionally the universe or God, whatever, intentionally made it that way so I can share the information, because you know what? If I was fucking balling right now, I know for a fact I wouldn't be sitting on here YouTube sharing this information in my house. I'd be on a yacht with my bitches, okay? That's what I'd be doing. So one day I'd like to be a baller, and I hope all of you become ballers too. That's my blessing. Everyone that watches this video, I believe in you. I believe that you're going to be a fucking baller. I believe that you have value. I believe that you're created for greatness. And I believe that if you become like little children and humble yourself and learn from people, I don't know how to write a fucking book. And I don't even want to write a book, but everyone here knows more than I do. Every one of these books right here, and I'm using my pen to guide you to my books. Every one of these books, these people know more about knowledge than I do. Blink 182, if I want to learn about music, they know more about making music and an album than I do. That's what it means to become like little children. But your reality affects your thoughts, and I will leave you with this. Your reality creates your thoughts create your actions, and your actions create your reality, which creates more thoughts, is how I would view that. So the fact that at one point in my life, this is something that people do all the time, okay? This is not something that you get like permanently free from. Like I could wake up in the middle of this video, I could start acting out of ego instead of spirit, and I could. Anyone is susceptible to doing that, so I'm not saying that you just stop doing it. At any moment in the day, I could go right back into acting in ego and start feeling feelings of jealousy or things like that, or flesh is how they would call that. Acting out of the flesh. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm going to be hungry later. I know for a fact I've got some eggs, scrambled eggs with steak and peppers that I made yesterday, and I will be eating those. But right now I'm trying to be in the present moment with you guys and have a direct stream of consciousness penetrating from my pineal gland right into yours telekinetically, and I'm using my voice to convey things that I know internally. And I hope that all of you receive this message with gratitude like little children, and also become the best version of yourself, because you were created for greatness. You have a specific plan and purpose that is unfolding before you that you may not even know about. In Proverbs it says, trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct or make straight your paths. Okay? So if you get your energy and you get your thoughts from your spirit half, life is going to be a lot better. But sometimes we need to make decisions in the ego to get there first. And I'm not going to promise that life is going to be all sunshine and butterflies, but the Bible at least promises that even in intense suffering and issues that we experience in life, we can still have love, joy, peace. Pretty much peace is what I would want to communicate with you. Peace is what I would communicate. Peace I leave with you is what I'll say. So peace I leave with you. Peace out, motherfuckers.